Hi everybody, today we're going to give you a little I'm using my Bible for a roadmap. How about that one?
Sounds perfect.
That all right? Okay, welcome back. It's been a while since we brought the banjo out, so I thought I'd try and give you a tune on that today. The overarching subject for today is the upcoming ministry fair, which I don't feel like we've sold to you very well. I should have really been hammering on it the last few weeks, so I'm going to do the best I can right now. Now, you know it's my habit to give you the straight dope, so this is it. Organized religion, even that part of it that exists at Visitation Parish, has been going downhill for a long time in our part of the world. And in my opinion, COVID-19 has accelerated the decline. At Visitation, that looks like this. More than a few people who were formerly involved in various kinds of ministries in the parish are just gone. They're not doing it anymore, which leaves us in something of a lurch. Liturgically, in terms of social concerns ministries, I think at school, in a variety of ways. So it's time for us to attempt to turn a page and recruit older, more experienced ministers and new ones too into ministerial roles in the parish. We really need people to do all kinds of things. I heartily encourage you to at least consider what I'm saying, because it will bring a new dimension to your Christian discipleship. It will, in all likelihood, increase your enjoyment of visitation and of our Catholic faith. So we've got a couple of folks here today to talk to us in more detail about the ministry fair, which is to be this weekend after all the masses. And I think the first person who's going to visit with us about it is Christine Sanders, one of the pastoral associates on our staff. Here she is, right here, right now. Come on in here, please, Chris.
And thank you very much. Thank you very much. And what a welcome with the banjo. It makes us feel right at home. Father Brad is correct. The pandemic has given us quite a turning of events, and a lot of you have taken pause this past year or so and kind of reshaping what your connection with church looks like, what ministry feels like, where you want to be in ministry. And some of you are also thinking, I don't want to be back yet, I'm not comfortable. Wherever you are, it's important to us that you feel comfortable. We want you here when you are ready, and we're missing you. We're ready whenever you are. But we certainly understand that some of you need to take your time, and that's so fine. Some of the things that you'll see at the ministry fair will be things like things about weddings. What about weddings? Weddings are great. Weddings are wonderful. But we need lead couples. We need those great couples that help nourish our young couples. I also need a wonderful set of new wedding coordinators. We have amazing women who are our wedding coordinators now, but we're always looking for more. Pastoral care is a huge need, always is a huge need, whether there is a pandemic or not. We have things like a funeral meal team that the women of Viz take care of and provide luncheons for our funerals, which is a huge, huge comfort in that time of need. We need Eucharistic ministers for the homebound and sick. people who also can call and send cards. We have what's called a Helping Hands ministry that many of you are not familiar with. It is offered to families who've had surgery or maybe a new baby, and maybe they could use a meal a night or two. The women of Viz also share in pastoral care with the Prayer Shawl ministry, which is an amazing ministry. If you are good with a needle and a yarn, which obviously I must not be, you can crochet some beautiful work, and the prayer shawls are given to those that might need some extra comfort in prayers. We also have need for people who are interested in working with youth for a confirmation team, maybe catechists or speakers. So this ministry fair is an opportunity for you to look at all the different avenues in which you can enrich your own faith and feel connected, plus serve the community. And we hope that you come and join us and sign up, or maybe if you're not ready yet, sign up and put, I'm not ready yet, but call me in 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, whatever. We're all good with that too. Thank you.
Is that everything you got to say?
I think that's about as much as I can say.
How did you get into ministry, Chris?
Oh my gosh, it's my sister-in-law's fault.
Yeah.
I actually started off as an RCIA sponsor, and I also went to Mass on a daily basis, and just kind of one thing led to another. It was totally by accident.
You began, I guess, as a volunteer?
Volunteer for many years. Many years.
Why did you take the plunge?
Because I listened to where God was calling me. And I can tell you, quite honestly, I kept fighting it off, saying, no, I'm not doing it, and I'm not doing it, I'm not being a church lady. And I just felt at home.
You know, I think you just said something so important. You listened to where God was calling you.
I didn't want to either.
Listen, God's calling you.
Maybe.
Well, of course the Lord is. The Lord calls everyone. And He calls us to different things, of course. But it's important to listen.
It is.
And I'm going to say something else, too. I'm really stepping out today.
Woo!
The Lord's way is ordinarily the hard way, all right? So you might think, oh, I can't imagine myself doing such and non. Well, maybe you should imagine yourself doing such and non. You know, the Lord is calling you to visit new sides of yourself for the sake of your own growth and for the sake of our parish. That's what I think.
Amen.
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 All right, well.
Thank you.
Chris is leaving, and I'm told I'm supposed to create a distraction now while the producer's getting herself set up. This is our producer, Megan Berdowski.
Today I'm not just going to be a producer, I'm going to be a guest as well.
She's a guest as well. She can do it all. So, Miss Producer, what do you have to say to us today?
Well, I just want to reiterate some of what Chris and Father have said, and that is that we are here and ready to welcome you in whatever way that you feel called. And we do understand that during the pandemic, everything looks different, and it may be a while, even if you do sign up for something, it may be a while before we get that something going. One of the things you'll be able to pick up this weekend down at Ty Hall at the ministry fair is an updated version of our ministry guide. We have printed that here in-house, so it's just a ministry guide. It's not like a parish directory with names and addresses at the back. It strictly has a list of all of our ministries, the contacts for those, and what those ministries entail. So if you maybe are in a rush and you don't have time to look at all the tables this weekend, you could just come down, grab one of these, and take it home with you, and then contact the appropriate person to get involved at a later time. I also did want to talk about a ministry that some of you may not even be aware that we have, and it is the ministry that we call Money Counters. And it is exactly what the name says. We have a group of men and women who work in teams, and they come in on Sunday morning for about an hour and 15 minutes or so, and they literally just count the Sunday collection and get it ready to deposit in the bank. And they do work as teams, and it's something that was completely suspended during COVID. And then when we tried to get it going again this summer, we discovered that several of our money counters that have been doing it for decades are just not able to anymore due to health and other concerns. So we need to add some members to a few of those teams. And Isaac, our business manager, has not even had money counters the entire time he's worked with us. So I am going to work with Isaac on getting them going again. And so if you have any questions about that, please see me this weekend, because we do need about 4 or 5 more individuals to join our money counter teams on Sunday mornings. One other thing I wanted to let you know is that we had moved our August hospitality weekend to coincide with the ministry fair this weekend. And due to COVID, we are not going to have it where you sit down and eat your coffee and eat and drink your coffee and donuts while you're here. We will have those wonderful Ray's donuts.
Oh, yes.
Individually packaged for you to take with you when you leave. We are not going to have them for consumption at the ministry fair, but you'll be able to take a individually bagged donut and napkin with you on your way out, and we'll have some individually packaged snacks on Saturday after the 4 as well.
That settles it then, doesn't it? You can go down and get a donut too.
Yes, a donut too.
It's just a screaming deal.
It is, screaming deal.
All that and a donut too.
Uh-huh. You never know what we might have.
So the deal is, right after Mass, the folks just go down the stairs there into Ty Hall, and everything is set up for them. Is that right?
Right.
And there'll be people to talk to.
Yes, all of our staff will be there, and we also have some other ministry representatives that'll be there for various ministries to answer questions and talk to you about what we're doing.
All right, good deal. Well, I sure hope that you'll take us up on that. How did you get involved in ministry, Miss Megan?
You know what? I would say that it goes all the way back to my childhood. Now, I am not a cradle Catholic. I was a Protestant, and I did convert after marriage, but my mother was a Protestant church choir director, and my father was a Protestant church Sunday school superintendent. Did you know there was such a thing? Because it's kind of weird. And so from the very beginning, I was at church all the time with my mom and dad. I grew up a church kid, and then my kids grew up church kids because I went to work in the church when my oldest was only 18 months old. So, and she's 23 now, so I've been doing this a while.
And you don't even own a pair of horn-rimmed glasses, do you?
No.
Or a pillbox hat?
No.
See, you can be a church lady and not have to look like one.
I don't have a hat.
All right, well, great. I'll look forward to seeing you there and getting my donut.
Uh-huh.
And if you ladies have nothing else to say, I guess
I actually would like to make one other very unfortunate announcement.
You are the producer.
And I just am really, I'm sad that I have to make this announcement, but Golden Shamrocks, because of the current COVID situation, we have canceled next week's end of summer luncheon. We are going to meet, the Golden Shamrocks Planning Committee is going to meet next week, and we are going to try to find a way to have an event in September that maybe doesn't involve eating, because we just felt like it's not the right time to have a bunch of people unmasked sitting across tables from each other. That was kind of the consensus of the people that I consulted with about the situation. So no Golden Shamrock luncheon next week, but we are looking to have an event of some sort in the month of September. So stay tuned, and we'll get you some information as soon as we have it.
Well, yeah, that's a pity.
It is.
You know, golly, and Golden Shamrocks have just been sort of drifting for a long time, ever since COVID began, I guess, huh? Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, that's a shame, because that's a great group. We'll look forward to their commencing again, we hope, pretty soon.
Yeah, I hope so. Hope we can be eating again in couple months?
Well, one great big super gigantic thing we do that we can't afford to drift is school, which starts tomorrow here at Visitation. So if you're of a mind to pray, please pray that we have a successful school year. I'll tell you, the last year and a year and a third was pretty tough in a variety of ways. And so we need for this year to be a good one. We need for our charity to be acute, our patience and our faith to be stronger than ever. And want to give these kids a good experience of school this year, the way I know we're able to do. So I guess that's everything, huh? Mm-hmm. Okay, thanks everybody. I think we went a little bit long today, but it was important stuff. And we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, goodbye and God bless.